Hey, welcome to Screamin' Geek Media. I'm Jerry the Geek. We're going to talk about the new Halloween 4K from Shout Factory. We'll break down this release, talking about the video, show some screen captures. Then we'll come back and talk about the audio, packaging, bonus features. So before we jump in, please, if you haven't subscribed, please check out my other videos and like and subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on. I do reviews, custom covers, unboxings, anything home theater related, trying to get involved with. So here we have the original 1978 Halloween. This is a new 4K release from Shout Scream Factory. Of course, if you don't know, we have Donald Pleasance, Jamie Lee Curtis, and of course, infamously directed by John Carpenter. I still like the scene when she's babysitting, and what would happen to be watching on TV is the original thing, which we know a few years later that John Carpenter actually did direct a remake of that. So it's kind of cool to see the original up on the screen for this. So this 4K release actually came from Scream Factory in October of 2021. It was previously released on 4K from Lionsgate. And of course, the movie was originally shot on 35mm and actually had a 4K digital intermediate master. As much as I like the Lionsgate version, when I first got it, I loved it. But when you compare the two, that was more muted. This release actually has some more color depth to it. There's not a whole lot of color in the movie, but there's a few pops here and there that do show up a lot better on this. A little bit more saturated. The skin tones look a lot, more fleshed out, no pun intended. One screenshot's comparing when she was waiting on a corner to be picked up by Annie. It's a close-up shot and it shows what she's holding. And even though there are pastel colors, it just has a little bit more pop and depth to it compared to the Lionsgate version. But overall, I was just blown away by how this thing looked. Like I said, I love the Lionsgate, but man, this one is so superior. You wouldn't think there'd be a big difference, but yeah, there is when you compare the two. I'm going to compare screenshots of the Blu-ray from Scream Factory back in 2014, along with the Lionsgate 4K and this 4K release. Enjoy these, and we'll come back. We'll talk about the audio and everything else. Now for the audio, Scream Factory gave us a Dolby Atmos track this time, along with a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and the 2.0 original mono track, which is a step up from the previous Lionsgate. They did not have a Dolby Atmos track. But here I did toggle between the three audio tracks in several scenes throughout the movie. And the Dolby Atmos, I don't have Dolby Atmos, so mine is just downmixed to 5.1. And it is very immersive. I was surprised. A lot of times older movies don't tend to get remixed well. but they did a really good job with this one. I mean, there's not a whole lot in your surrounds. Mainly the music really kicks in. And of course, when they show up, when Michael escapes from Smith's Grove, the whole storm scene going on actually did feel pretty good. You felt a little bit of the bass in it and the surrounds atmosphere of the storm itself. But other than that, in the music, there's not a whole lot going on with the surrounds. You know, some ambience here and there. Now, the only thing I did notice with listening to it in the 5.1 is the dialogue kind of bleeded off a little bit to the main front and left. Instead of being directly in front of you, it kind of got it off a little bit, not a lot, but after a minute you don't really notice it. But when I was flipping back and forth between them, you could definitely tell a difference. Flipping back to the DTS of 5.1, about the same thing. But the mono track, even though you had a lack of the surrounds and everything was up front, you didn't have the music score blast you in the face like the 5.1. It did sound really, really good. I was impressed how good the mono track did sound. I actually watched it for several minutes, and it's really good. But if you want to get slapped in the face with the music and the atmosphere, you definitely do want to switch it over to the 5.1 or the Atmos if you have it. But overall, very impressive soundtrack, even for limited as it was. They did a very fine job. Whether you want to listen to the mono or the surround, you can't go wrong either way. They're both incredible tracks. Now for the packaging, they gave us this really nice slip cover, which I probably won't keep on a shelf. I'll keep it in storage. And definitely won't throw this one away like most of cases. They're definitely a tight fit. Some new original artwork. And it comes with 3 discs, your standard 4K, Blu-ray, and the disc 3 is a Blu-ray with the original color timing. You can see all 3 discs have different artwork on. And we actually have reversible slipcover with the original artwork, and then you have the new. So I will definitely, when I have this on a shelf, I'm not going to keep it in this case. I'm going to put the case in storage. And I don't like pissing with it every time I want to come out with a movie. I don't need to try getting the movie out. And plus, I'll have my own original cover art I'm going to use for this, and I'll hang on to this one as well. That way, if I ever get rid of it, I can leave the original artwork with it. But you can check out videos of my custom artwork. I actually got some Halloween covers done. Now, for special features, we have quite a bit. And actually divided up on every disc has some different things. In the first disc of the 4K, we have the audio commentary with John Carpenter and actress Jamie Lee Curtis. Another commentary with Dean Cudney, who's a cinematographer. Editor Tommy Lee Wallace and actor Nick Castle, who played The Shape, Michael Myers. Disc 2 actually has the same 2 audio commentaries. Now the featurette and The Night She Came Home, TV version footage, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and radio spots. And on disc 3, Blu-ray, with the original color timing presentation, we have a vintage interview with producer Mustafa Akkad, Halloween A Cut Above the Rest, Halloween Unmasked 2000, and Halloween The Extended Cut in HD. So yeah, Scream Factory, they hit it out of the park with this one. I was so impressed with it. You know, the great classic movie, well done, nice packaging, and some the bonus features. Now, I wanted to get these when it came out. Price-wise, I was waiting for the deals. They've been slowly coming down. I lucked out. I got this on eBay for $20. Free shipping. I was keeping an eye on them, looking at listings. I mean, even the night before, I don't remember seeing it. Next morning, I saw it pop up, and sure, I asked my wife to get it, but after I purchased it, I went ahead and snagged it and then sent her a message and asked her if I could buy it, but I already had it. I didn't tell her. Anyways, but the cheapest you can buy it right now is on Hamilton Books. They're actually selling all 5 of the Halloween 4Ks for $22.95. So right now they are the cheapest, so definitely check them out. So even if you have the Lionsgate release on 4K, I definitely say replace it with this one. This is definitely a step above. Very impressive. It has never looked better. So that pretty much does it for my 4K release of Halloween from Screen Factory. So please check out my other videos, like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on for future videos, because I do have Halloween 2 and 3. I will be reviewing. Well, I'll be watching them this weekend, and I'll get the reviews up this next week. So please keep an eye out for those, and we'll see you then. Geek out.